I'm assuming their ex was bad.
Yeah, more actually, they just moved away. They're into some weird shit.
Oh god.
But honestly, a lot of my family's crazy. Is it? Even I am crazy.
Oh god, they're
No,
shooting.
no, there's not a sane being in my house. Except maybe my sister. But she's not insane. And
Ah, so all of you are just chaotic. Nice.
sister, sister, sister.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
sweet baby
Oh!
Christmas.
Oh! We got that snipe!
The snipe with the shotgun. The
Oh my...
snipe with the shotgun pistol.
No,
That
no,
is
it
crazy.
wasn't a sniper with a shotgun, it was a freaking rifle. Oh my god. So anyway,
Oh,
right?
the Hatsune Miku
So...
that killed me has won the game. Bro, you still talking?
Yeah, it was a message to a friend. Anyway, so right, so they learned that Hijack is live streaming the whole entire thing, right? Was he's leaking the info as he's live streaming, hacking into like the computers, was he giving some enhancements, leaks everything. Void tells the guards to fire at will. They aim at him. And they're like, okay. Presses a
A
button to
guy,
control
I just start busting things first.
what's up?
First, first. You remember a while back when we were talking about Elden Ring and how Mikola was attracted to strong people at all?
Yeah.
I just thought the mental curse image of Mikola trying to date Goku. Like Goku comes back to his home, lights are off, turns them on, and Mikola is just sitting in his bed with a rose in his mouth. I'm like,
Oh god.
that is that is not a mental image you need in your head. It's
Oh
Mikola
god.
trying to date Goku.
Oh god.
And that, folks, is how you give your friend a seizure.
Yeah, right. So basically, hijack. It basically gets like so. Void presses a button, causes the void guard to immediately start firing. And I mean,
Fire at will. Oh,
firing
fire.
upon void. I mean, no. Like hijack basically to like.
That's me.
That's cool. Basically
Yeah,
fires
crap, I
at.
dropped my gun.
Basically fires at him,
Yeah, here it is.
causing hijack. Wait, what? Huh. Causing like oh, basically causing hijack to basically get fired, like freaking, like freaking Terminator. Get it?
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, it's just doing it.
Yeah, and like not only is just being fired upon, but it's freaking crazy. So yeah, so in his dying breath, Voight's like basically realizes that he's hacked into everything. Right?
Oh, wait,
So
some more real
Mr.
quick.
V, right? So Mr. V's like, "You little," and basically punches him in the face, fires in his head, like just fires multiple rounds in his brain. And somehow Hijack is still alive. He's barely alive. No, I mean barely. So he's trying to come up with words, right? He's like trying to come up with words. And all he can come out is F you. As he
Yes,
gets another bullet right in the eye. Bullet, second eye. And he's still laughing. And Mr. Voice like, fine. Let's see what happens when your brain gets overloaded with with all the info online. Right? And in his dying breath,
oh,
his memory is wiped completely. And Bob Bing Bop, like, his memory completely wiped. And he's just. And what did Hijack remember? nothing, but you found some transfer on the internet, like freaking Freakazoid, like Freakazoid, right?
Yeah, it's good. Hmm. Hey, hold up, I gotta send you something real quick.
Okay,
It's something I find funny. I'm sending it to you on your Discord. Or
okay,
trust me, once you see this, just the thumbnail alone is gonna get you saying, "What the fuck?"
okay,
You don't have to watch it now. Oh, it's a full length video, so
okay.
but that's here. It's in your photos now. Not your photos. It's in your DMs now.
Okay. So yeah, right. So basically, not only hijack is just like so hijack is teleport online, and yeah, and that's the origin of him, right? Now, would you like to hear a funny idea I had about relative Felix Hunter's art? About like the concept art for Felix Hunter.
Yeah,
Would you like to see it?
yeah, sure.
Now, let me go over to your friend. Okay, okay. So this is some art that you can do for like Felix Hunter, and I want your honest thoughts. Do so basically, I'm imagining that like Mad Jack, right? So I got these plans for an upcoming comic being Extinction. No, being Felix versus Mad Jack versus Hijack versus Pink Inferno, all out chaotic mess. Or as I call
Um,
it, Extinction Chaotic Mess. It's basically like a tournament, right? What do you think?
okay. Now, I think we all can appreciate the charm in the dark.
Yeah, yeah, we could do that, right? But this,
Yeah,
so get this. So I'm imagining this. Matt Jack just like gets bored one day, teleports over to Felix's home, right? And Felix is like basically working on something, like basically working on this crowbar, right?
yeah.
He Hijack just goes up to him, lays his head on his head, and he's like, and Felix like just looks at him like, "What the? What are you doing?"
I can imagine that already. It just as Mad Jack in his office. After I was looking at like an entire roboticized town, just like, well, I'm bored. Or one with the teleporter just beamed himself aside at a Felix's room. I was just like, what the shit?
Yeah, right. So like, look, and Felix just he's just messing with Felix's ears, and he's like, and Felix just looks at him like, "What the heck are you doing?" And Mad Jack's like, "Shut up, I'm bored." And what the heck is wrong with my cat? God. Right, right, right. So
Yep.
as he's just messing with his like Felix's ears, he like scans his ears and he realizes that Felix does have like Felix, due to him having good hearing, he's able to mute things, like use his shapeshifting abilities just to mute sound, like all the sound around him. So Hijack's looking at that like, hmm. So he starts playing in high pitched sound that only Felix can hear, and Felix basically starts like shapeshifting rapidly. And he's like, God, what the heck is that? Ah! What is that sound? Because okay, so here, hang on, let me also see this. So, do you see the post I made about Extinction's ears? Do you see the post about I made for
I know,
Extinction's?
I know, man. I forgot. I think you forgot to send it on to me.
I did? Here. Isn't it like
You
OC
forgot to send it on to
announcement? Oh, yeah, yeah. So here it is, right? I go into detail about Extinction's ears, and one of the things I mentioned is this: due to Extinction having due to his having no form of pain, he can't feel pain basically. When he has a second layer to his ears, right?
Yep.
They can just open up that will. Check it out, right? I'm basically going to explain how if Extinction ever goes and due to him not being able to feel pain, if there's while he's focusing on something and someone just messes with his ears while he's having the second layer on, or basically this happens where as he's trying to figure out to hone in on the sound and track it down, right? If someone goes out of their way to play a loud noise while that layer is up, when that happens, it sends a signal to Extinction's healing factor to let him know that, hey, you're in pain, danger, danger, danger! And due to Extinction not being able to feel pain, the signal is instead sent over to his healing factor. I mean, no, his shape shifting. So it's oh god, that was my cat right there. So instead, Extinction begins rapidly shape shifting as a sign as his healing as his mutations responding to loud sounds, right? Right?
Yeah.
So he just starts shape shifting rapidly. And usually it ends up with him shape shifting into small creatures or slim creatures to run away real fast. Right? Right?
Yep.
So when Magi begins to mess with the frequency, basically, Felix is like, what are you trying to do with my ears? So Magic's messing with them, trying to see how they work. So he sends an electric shock in his ears, right, to see what happens. Because Extinction has a
As you,
history of
as you
electricity
always do.
yeah, basically messing with shape shifting, right? So get this. Basically, oh, what's this? So basically, Felix basically begins basically Felix his tail begins wagging as Magic's messing with his tail, no, and messing with his ear, noticing his tail wagging, as Felix just twitches a little bit and basically begins rubbing against Magic's hand, as Magic's wait, hmm.
Huh. Kind of kick that.
As Magic's scanner begins pulling up, stating Felix Hunter currently, uh, with it being that, oh, wait. So the scanner on Magic is telling him that, hey, you might want to stop doing that. As Magic starts scanning more, realizing that Felix is acting like a canine. You know how when you scratch a dog's
You put
ears,
a
they
loud noise in his ears. Suddenly he starts acting like a dog.
no, basically, his ears go up and stuff. When a dog whistle, dog when you go hmm, right? And
Yep.
basically, Matt Jack's attempting to mess with his ear by sending electric shocks. So, right, trying to pet it, right? His ears. Felix immediately starts basically pressing his head against his hand, and Matt Jack's wait, what the heck are you doing? As first shut up! I'm trying to have wait. So Felix is shut up, keep going. As Matrax is wait, are you? And Felix is shut up. No, it's not that. It's just that. with Mad Jack like looking at Felix Hunter's tail, which is wagging a lot, with him with like Mad Jack basically taking out a piece of paper and writing down note to self. Felix acts note to self. Felix enjoys having his ears pet. Like no self. Felix Hunter enjoys having his ears petted, along with having his ears having electric shock sent to it. P.S. He gets real excited when his head is patted or head pats. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So as like so Felix hears click, hears like basically Mad Jack, like recording the whole entire thing from his screen as Felix Hunter's tail immediately grabs onto like Mad Jack's like freaking neck as he slammed against the wall. Felix goes into full vampire mode and it's like, did you just record that? With Mad Jack being like, try me. As Felix
Yeah.
basically,
The second I record, Felix, if you know me for how long exactly, you know that everything I see is instantly recorded. At this point, you might as well decapitate me. Even then, and I'll just get a new head.
yeah, right. So basically, Felix is like, you're not gonna send that to anyone, right? Proceeds
Here's
to
my purpose remember.
send the video to Mad Jack Corporation, featuring with all the guards looking at that like, oh yeah, that's the Felix dude. As
Wait a second.
Felix in
No, 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 no,
no
no.
no
It needs to be petty. It needs to be petty. It sounds upload this to the entire town. Let
yeah
everything see it.
oh yeah that's what
Put it on the
yeah
billboards.
yeah
Put it
yeah
on the
he
billboards. Put it
yeah he
on the
just
advertisements.
yeah and with the words being Felix Hunter acting like a canine, like a
This is your hero.
no. I got something way better. Felix Hunter acting like he's been domesticated. As Felix
Dude,
immediately starts like, and before anyone can see it, he immediately just destroys every screen. As Mad Jack teleports him, being like, "Oh, what's wrong?" As Felix is all like his fur is all spiked up as Limbo basically begins telling Felix, dude, it's not worth it. Don't try it.
wait a second. I
As
sent you something in your DMs. This is just yes.
yeah, we control that. We control that. Also, yeah. Yes! Is that also check this out, check this out. Here, look. Also, so we like to see concept art related to Felix Hunter's AK new costume. But I have an idea. You want to hear the idea? That
Yeah, sure.
during the that like during the whole entire like tournament, right? Felix Hunter and like basically Felix Hunter and Mad Jack fused together, right, to create Mad Felix or Mad Hunter, right? To in order to like beat like Pinkferno, who's went all out. Basically, you know Dobby from like, so you know Dobby from
Harry Potter, right?
no Dobby from MHA.
Yeah, no doubt. From MHA.
You know the scene where he just goes all out and starts burning himself.
No, no, not really. I haven't really watched a lot of MHA. Let me search that up real quick.
Okay, so yeah, what's up?
Be MHA. Oh my god, no!
What?
Hold on a second. I just gotta send you these real quick. Like, Nick, it is a capital punishment. Punishment. The fact that we can't show this to the fans. And
Okay.
but in my attempt of looking for a Dobby a all out, I found these.
No, 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 no. That's not. What
I
is?
know, I know, I know.
What the heck? What is this?
Oh, for the viewers of this channel, I know who can't see what we see. Because we haven't mastered editing yet. We have found out is just a drawing of Dobby from Harry Potter as Dobby from MHA.
Actually, can I just point out that like Harry Potter's kind of stupid. Like I've never been a fan of that. I'm sorry. I've just never been a fan.
and that's it. And I agree with you on that one. Um, but one of my
I
dad's friends is a fan of it though.
I'm
Oh, and
sorry,
apparently,
but like
what?
seriously, the creators of it, she's just dumb. Like literally,
She's
she's.
exotic.
I'm
She's
sorry,
exotic.
she's dumb.
It's funny to think that her mere action was enough to fuck over the series so bad that people that the fandom was trying to create a remake of Harry Potter, just to spite her. So I'm not
Eh,
joking with that. That is a real thing. Hey, people, some Harry Potter fans are remaking Harry Potter just so they us so they can still have Harry Potter without her name attached to it.
meh, makes sense.
It's that the boycott is that heavy, my boy. It is that heavy.
Yeah, no one really likes her. So basically, this is what happens. So during the events, right? Like Pinkferno goes full on all out. Here, let me send you some screenshots. This is like the reference sheet that I'm thinking we can use for this, right?
I
He
I just
just
had some
he just
like
goes
guy. I just
all
had a cursed
freaking
image in my
out.
head.
Here, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. He begins burning so hot that even his suit is melting. His core can't even contain itself because the cooling system, he doesn't have a cooling system, I mean, he does not have that. To his like fire based abilities, right? He goes all out. And that way he looks like, right? And Mad Hunter's like, oh, okay. So he basically um Pink Fern basically like threw him to the end of all things, right? Of the Omniverse, right? So Mad Hunter
You
is like, hmm, okay, fine by me. Have your way, right? So he takes out a gun
the Thunder
and
Knight.
takes out a freaking big bang, forms into a bullet, reloads the gun, fires at the direction of Pinkferno, who, by the way, is charging his bat, right?
Yeah.
And basically fires. Well, basically racing over. You know the SpongeBob versus Super Friends Aquaman video from Death Battle?
Wait, what? Sorry. All right. Who versus Aquaman Death Battle?
Oh, the Aquaman versus SpongeBob video.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So it's basically the ending to that. But Pinkferno basically slams his bat, strikes it right at Mad Hunter, who it hits his like screen basically as the two clash basically as Pinkfern uses Broken Bear the Bat to stab him right in the back, like tears his back open. Well, Manhunter basically rips out his core. And as the two of us stand still, right? Let's see
Ah
who's gonna
yes, the
fall
Extinction
first.
Classic and I'm ripping out a robot's core.
Yeah, let's see who's gonna fall first. I have planned to introduce two characters called Max and Scott, right? AKA mascot. Get it? Get it?
Oh yeah, I get it.
who basically are like watching on see who's gonna fall first. As also Hijack does attend this fight along with Extinction and Jack. They're like doing their own little fight, right? As they look on, and Pinkferno, not wasting any time, basically is a like forms a gun out of fire and is about to fire. Like creates a little like creates a shotgun out of fire, and before he can fire, here get this. You know Call of Duty, right?
Yep.
Okay, we do a little Call of Duty reference. Both of them
Wait a
aim.
second. I just thought about something stupid. I just thought about
What?
something stupid.
What?
At one point, I made a gun out of Legos, a little revolver out of Legos, just for the fun of it.
Oh my
But
god.
and now I'm thinking, what would it be like a Call of Duty cloud with Legos? I guess
That's.
I imagine watching the kill feed and
Oh!
someone blows your head off with a shotgun made of Legos. Just
I'm
imagine
sorry,
that.
but this is my honest opinion. I don't think Lego's gonna waste their time with like Call of Duty. Like, it's Call of
If
Duty
they can
World
afford
Ends.
Fortnite, they can afford or Call of Duty. That is my response.
Okay, but if we see Emmett as a skin, it's just gonna look weird. It's really just gonna look weird. If I'm being
Imagine
honest.
my brother, things already got weird when he saw Lego out of team leader hitting the gritty.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Things have always been weird. They've been weird since we were born, and they'll be weird when we die.
No, no, Lego is actually really good. If like I'm being honest, like they're really good.
Yeah, I trust me, it is. It is pretty good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've
So,
made way too many crazy things in Lego, to be honest. And
Legos are good. Legos good. Anyway, right? So as basically like he forms a flaming shotgun. Matt Hunter, or yeah, whatever you want to call him, proceeds to basically throw his crowbar right at Pink Furno's eye. Like, not even his eye, like straight through his head, right? And they both,
yep,
like, fall to the ground as Scott is, like, going through the rule book, and Max basically throws his rule book out the window, and it's like, dude, we don't need no rule book for this. And Scott's like, are you sure? And Max is
are you
like,
sure?
yes. And every as like the crowd looks on, they're like, right?
Yep.
They both fall to the ground. Matt, Jack, and Felix unfuse, and Felix like wakes up in the medical bed. It's like, did we win? Did I win? As as of course he sees, as he sees, like Limbo taking control of a little heart monitor with him spelling the words, kind of. As Pinkferno, but get this. So who's hosting this is Dracula, right? Felix's dad. And for the whole entire time, Felix's dad is like, this one looks familiar. I can't tell where. As we have Zeus in the background, who's just pissed off that he lost against Extinction. Also, we're
I
gonna
can.
have, listen, Jack. For this, we're gonna do some research. Okay, we're gonna do research because I'm thinking we have Anubis in the background laughing his butt off over how chaotic the fight was, being all excited. Ares, literally, like Ares, basically going up to like basically tearing off his shirt, going, "Whoa, yeah!" As
Aries has got okay then. So Aries has had way too many had way too much wine. Way too
Yeah,
much wine.
right.
I,
And
I,
he's just
I
drunk off
God,
his mind. He's like, "Woo, go vampires!" As Anubis looks at him, and he's like, "You guys, do you ever do anything other than this?" As Dracula's like, "Anubis, you get misrepresented in freaking films." As Anubis is like, "Yeah, say that one more
okay then. So
time."
Anubis is just kind of annoyed the fact he keeps getting misrepresented in films.
Yeah, and the new yeah,
Ares
he's
is
basically
blackout drunk,
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
going absolutely mad
And
drunk.
get this. Dracula's wife is a nine-tails fox, and the whole entire butler, like the chefs, are a bunch of dragons, right? And Dracula, like, I have a funny scene where, like, basically like a heartwarming scene where one of the dragons, like, basically realized he got the blood wrong for like Dracula, because he realized the blood is literally from an onion, right? And the dragon's like just apologizing a lot, saying, "I'm so sorry." As Dragon's
Finally,
get
that
as
one scene from
Dracula
Minecraft.
gets up, puts his hand on the dragon's shoulder, and is like, "Hey, it's okay. We all make mistakes. I will pay you in gold for this mistake. Not even gold, but I will repay you as being the one who, let's say, surprised me. Make your own food. Make your homemade food for all of us." As Zhang's like, "Thank you." He's just tearing up because like he's like, "Oh my god, Dracula, notice me." Right? So he basically runs back. He's like, "Boys, let's do our special." As they bring in grilled food, like like in the Monster Hunter scene, like he just brings in grilled food. Anubis is like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Oh, for Anubis, we didn't really know what you liked, but we do have some grilled scorpions." As Anubis is like, "Grilled scorpions. Hmm. Okay, let's see it." As like the
Honestly,
dragons just
honestly,
reveal a
it
massive
terrifies me
plate.
to think that. I'm gonna be honest. It terrifies me to think that if scorpions were endangered, there would be a certain group of people that would make it their life's mission to eat them. Um,
Mukbang?
no, not them.
Who?
Like Elon
The
Musk.
oh,
Musk.
right,
I want to
right.
see that or Jeff Bezos.
No,
I'm
no,
curious to
no,
see what it
no,
would be
no.
like to
Let's
watch
be
them
careful.
eat
Let's
it.
be careful what we're saying, man. Let's be careful
To
what we're
hell with
saying.
them. To hell with
No,
them. And then
no,
let
shut up,
them
shut up, shut up,
die.
shut up. We're like the 32-second mark. Oh yeah, 32 minutes. Anyway. So yeah, right. So and then he goes up. So the dragon, one of them goes up to Dragon's wife, who's a nine tails, and he's like, "And for you, me, madam, catfish, cooked catfish. Cool, am I right?"
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering what type of god should we
Recommend.
feature, because I'm like thinking we feature like all sorts of different gods. I'm thinking like one of them goes up to Mother Nature and he's like, "For you, cooked flies." And Mother Nature looks at the dragon, turns her head into a Venus flytrap, and consumes it.
Honestly, I would not have expected Mother Nature to actually be a fan of flies. To be honest.
Well, you gotta think about this. She, fly traps, bugs.
True, true. Oh, true.
Yeah,
Even a god needs some meat sometimes.
yeah, right. So basically, as Mad Jack, now listen, during the fight, Mad Jack basically gets himself injured because his core is using all of its power to cool him down due to like Pink Furnace flames. So Felix basically grabs him and is like, now here's the interesting part. Pink Furno is using his ability to disable and remove everyone's ability like one by one, not just, "Oh yeah, let me remove one by one." No, removing all of it. So everyone's relying on their pure strength, their natural strength and wits, right? And Pinkferno's like, "Oh god." And Pinkferno's like, "This is going to be good." And by the way, Pinkferno has not said a single thing, right? Because he doesn't really have a voice box. So Felix, seeing this, immediately goes over to Matt Jack, tackles him, gives him away as Matt Jack attempts to stab him, and Felix like, "I'm trying to save your life," and Matt Jack's like, "And I'm trying to end it." So basically, right? So in the heat of the moment, as Pink Furno, guess what he does? He creates a sun. He creates a blue freaking sun, literally teleports behind Felix, creates a
Power of the
sun.
sun, power of the sun in the palm of my femboy hands.
Yeah, just creates a sun and basically blasts it right through Felix's back. Right? So with Felix's wings literally being burned to a crisp, in that moment, he fuses with Mad Jack. But before that, right,
Yeah,
um, like as they fall to the ground, right, Mad Jack, who now since like due to Pinkferno, right, it was Power Room Billy's. Here's what I imagine. Pink, so you know, like Extinction has the ability to inflict insanity, right? Right.
yeah,
I would see. I say Mad Jack would do the same. And the idea I had was like the due to like Pandora's box not having a way to infect Jack, it simply copied and pasted Felix's insanity and placed it as a virus within Jack, causing him to become Mad Jack, right?
yeah.
So basically, Pinkferno do his power disabling abilities, figuring that, oh, yeah, why not just remove their powers? Basically temporarily removed the insanity from Mad Jack, with Mad Jack basically apologizing to Felix, telling him how he's been struggling with his insanity, and for these past couple months, now he knows what's it like Felix as he apologizes to Felix for everything he's done, even turning Insanity City into Mechanical City. As Felix Hunter is like, okay, listen, not the time for a heart to heart, but we have to do it. As Jack's like, wait, what? As Felix grabs him by the visor and fuses with him, creating Mad Hunter.
I can just I can imagine this imagine scene of them just like looking at the sun and like Jesus fucking Christ. And then just Felix just grabbing him and saying, we always been looking for a power. Now you finally get it. So Jack, Mad Jack just saying, wait, what the shit? Before
Yeah,
just getting absolutely headbutted.
yeah,
Before getting
right.
headbutted into before just getting headbutted into power.
Yeah, right. So as he fused together with Pinkferno, basically now, so due to him creating Sun, he basically throws it in the air, swings his bat at it, aims like as Felix moves, as Matt Hunter moves out of the way. Hijack is in the middle of it as he screams like a goat using Uno Reverse and his +4 ability to create 4 blue suns. So there's just a blue. So the blue suns are like swirling into a spiral as they get closer and closer, like closing in on the arena. As Madison got put in the dome, as it just turns into an epic fight. I can tell you later once I like try making a script of it, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah, I get it.
So in the end of it, like feels like so Jaga basically makes it where you can have any wish you want. It doesn't matter, right? So as Felix gets up, Matt Jack goes over to him and is like, "Okay, Felix, it's good to be back." As feels like basically hugs Jack and is like, "Ah!" and basically begins crying and everything. This has been like, as Jack realizes, Felix is actually shedding tears of joy, right?
Yep.
And then, guess what happens next? In this little moment of a heartwarming moment, as Limbo tells Felix, dude, stop hugging him! Mad Jack basically stabs Felix, like, no, basically tears out Limbo and sends an electric shock in Felix. And as he's falling, he only all he sees is Mad Jack staring right back at him as he basically, as Pink Firma goes inside the room and basically walks off. Now here's the thing. Pink Firma finds Felix on the ground, but it's only because Felix in that moment froze time, while Mad Jack basically put an ice dome that froze time as well. So basically a double time freeze. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
So Felix wakes up in his bed, right? And he's like, I trusted him. I trust I trusted him. I thought he was back. As Felix begins laughing insanely, like as tears pour down, right? As
Yeah.
Limbo's attempting to calm down Felix, saying, "Okay, dude, calm down before you basically like end the omniverse." As Felix is basically, "Calm down, calm down. I thought he was back. All that work for nothing." Right? As
Yep.
basically a box is thrown through the window, right? Like a
Yep.
little drone crashes into the window as Felix grabs it as he's attempting to leave, as he uses his gravity based abilities to basically lift it in the air and crush it as it's hovering in the air, right?
Yep.
Only to find a note being a photo of two photos and a jar, right? Now, within this jar, it has a word spelled upgrade. As the note reads, being two notes, one to Dracula stating, Dear Felix Hunter, my son, I am so happy for you, including your transformation into something even more amazing. I hope I hope that you get this message. Matt Jack said a lot of things about you. Said how you were great at fighting, you're insane. I don't know what happened to you, but I'm happy that you're back. If you want to, you're always welcome back to join in on the family. And even explain how you're kind of scared to see us again with your new look. I'm fully supportive of you.
Mm.
P.S. Here's a shark hoodie.
Okay,
As
hold on.
Felix, yeah, as Felix finds a shark hoodie in there, and then he looks at the note from Matt Jack, saying, "Dear Felix Hunter, I am sorry I had to do that. Let's just say that I didn't want people to think that we're so buddy buddy. It was, I had to use, I roll a whole entire city, so had to make myself look good. Sorry for the entire backstabbing part, but don't worry. Open the jar. You might like the new look. You're probably gonna experience a new look, but don't worry. You're gonna give me a run for my money, that's for one. P.S. Make sure Hijack and no one else gets it. Just kidding. I made it to only target you and target you alone. Come back to my office. We have some chatting to do. As Felix from Mad Jack, as Felix is like, what? Wait, he's still thinking, ah! As Felix finds his crowbar and there's like, my crowbar! Wait, he fixed it? Because during the entire fight with Inferno, let's just say that Felix crowbar got melted in the process. Get it?
Yep.
And he's like, oh, well, I guess Mad Jack fixed my crowbar. As he finds out that his crowbar is now multi-tooled crowbar, right?
Oh, it's a charming knife.
Yeah, so Felix finds a photo of himself in the hospital. Like, basically, so you know how they put you under anesthesia? Is that what you call it? Anesthesia? Right?
Yeah.
So basically, he finds a photo of basically Mad Jack, like basically of Felix as a rat, basically sleeping on top of Mad Jack's head. Get it? Funny, am I right?
Yeah.
Or should we make it where it's Felix in a as a bat, basically like laying on top of Mad Jack's shoulder? Which one should we go for, mouse or bat?
Let's go with the bat.
Bat. Okay. As
But
with
I
the
gotta, but I gotta ask it. I'm not asking. I gotta hold you up. Like, okay, I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, and I gotta walk my dog. We can talk about this on Discord. But in short, yeah. So with the note being, with the note having the words "bestest friend," and then for the goo, it's basically nanotech that forces Felix to basically mutate, as Felix begins like blood screaming and vomiting out blood, as the nanomachines basically force him to mutate into a new form, a much more powerful form. Now I'm gonna walk my dog, and you can use the bathroom. We can talk about this more in Discord. Let's go.
Sayonara, Amadas.
Okay, time.
By the
Yeah,
way, hey, if
yeah,
people are still watching this, yes, thank you for making it all the way the end here, and goodbye.
yeah. Time to talk about Epic the Musical. Let me upload a video. Woo!